Talk about the office tonight. Just how did you feel like the game went? You got some things going in the second half. So, what was your overall thoughts?
No, obviously not near good enough. It's awful, And at the end of the day, again, you got to look at yourself first and figure out, different things that you can do better in different situations. In the first half, you're not going to win the games by turning the ball over 3 times and. Having 2 great opportunities there, one inside the 10 and another, on a sudden change on, I don't know exactly what it was, inside the 40s. And so, we got to do a better job at making sure we take care of the football and moving the chains, executing. Got to play much better.
Seth, when did you think about making the quarterback change, and what was that conversation like with Littrell just during the game?
Guys are going to get more credit and more criticism maybe they deserve. At the end of the day, that stays between our family, to be honest with you. I don't think it's right for me to even go about that. Again, I got to make sure I look at myself first and evaluate the tape and kind of see tomorrow exactly through all the situations, the execution, what are the problems? Why aren't we executing at a high enough level? Why aren't we making the plays that we need to? Why aren't we staying on the field moving the chains on 3rd down? Why is it taking us so long to get in the rhythm? There's a lot to be evaluated, and at the end of the day, that's what I have to do. Yep, I'm frustrated. It is frustrating. I know our players are frustrated. But at the end of the day, we'll stick together as a family and continue to work hard in order to get it fixed and make sure that we clean this up so we can have a better week this week, get a week better.
You mentioned the lack of execution. How frustrating is that in the 4th week now that some of those same mistakes are still happening? And is there something that you're like, you should be able to fix this?
I think it's very, very easily fixed if you just turn on the game and watch and look at the plays. You see, there's a lot to be left out there, and turn it on and watch it, and that's what I'll do. I'll evaluate it for myself tomorrow morning and make sure that again, it takes all 11 guys and it takes every position group. And again, got a lot of guys and playing a lot of different roles, and again, guys have to grow up quick, and I got to make sure I do a good job of putting in the right situations.
What stood out to you about the way that Michael handled things, both initially and as the game went on?
Heidi got more comfortable as the game went on, and he's a tough kid. He's full of energy, and obviously he can make you right in a lot of different ways. He's talented not only with his, being able to extend plays, but extremely live arm and strong in the pocket. And he's a tough kid, and great mentality. So I know he's a guy that we've been really excited about, along with Jackson. Jackson has a lot of the same. They're alike but similar in different ways. I mean, both of them. So. Again, they're both young guys that got to continue to grow up, and I got to do a great job of coaching them and making sure I put them in the right situations.
Seth, on the backwards pass, Brent said that was RPO, should have been a run all the way. What did you sort of see on that play?
Yeah, it was field pressure off his face, and you got to run, read it.
Brent mentioned that evaluation is going to be very important on the quarterback situation going forward. Who's going to be quarterback next week at Auburn? What do you look for as an offensive coordinator when you evaluate quarterbacks going this week in practice?
I'll let Brent, we'll evaluate that tomorrow. Again, I'm not going to get into this quarterback evaluation thing tonight. My thing is I'm looking for a guy who can manage the game, that can execute at a high level, and and again, I'm not saying that about anybody. I'm going to evaluate it for myself tomorrow. Again, it starts with me. So. I got to make sure I evaluate every situation, and again, it is what it is.
When you look at Jackson, just how mentally tough is he? You know, it's tough when you get pulled from a game. How mentally tough is he? You've dealt with him 8-9 months as a coordinator. When you get a situation where you're pulled from a game, how tough is he to handle what's going on right now?
He's a tough kid. He's like a little brother to me. I mean, he is. He's unbelievably smart. He's a guy that puts in a ton of work and throughout the week and watching a ton of tape. And again, he's worked extremely hard. He's a great person, great teammate. So I love him. So it's, again, that's part of football. And, you have off nights. And, sometimes as coaches, you got to make decisions that you feel like that are, at that point in time, best for moving forward in that moment. That doesn't mean anything in the future. And so, again, it's just part of the game.
I assume you guys are scripting the first drive to some degree. What was kind of the root of the miscommunication on the first play of the game? It looked like Javonte and Jackson.
Well, I mean, one, we got to get a better snap, and then we got to, we just got to do a better job in that situation. I haven't seen the whole first half and every single play, but play one did not obviously go the way we wanted to.
You did some good things in the first quarter, Seth. The second quarter, even on the plays you didn't turn it over, you didn't get anything done. Until Michael's last two scrambles of the half, you didn't have one positive yardage play in the whole quarter. What was going on in the second quarter after not a terrible?
It's the same thing that's happened the previous few weeks. Once you kind of don't get that rhythm and you kind of get out of it, it's like it snowballs and it's hard. Like you got to have real man-to-man leadership and guys that pick each other up and guys that have that fight, grit, and determination and have each other's back and say, hey, we're going to go out here and get something done. You have to have that juice. And it starts with, again, that starts with coaches first. Period. I'll say that first. But then you got to be able to overcome that adversity. And you got to be able to go out there and have that toughness to go out and overcome it, because it's going to happen every game. There's going to be adversity every single game. And, at times we haven't been able to overcome it quick enough. And it's to be honest with you, it's just kind of, I don't know what you call it. Just it gets worse and worse as it goes. The longer you do it, the harder it is to overcome.
Give some insight as a play call when things aren't working for you. You search for something. Are you thinking about pet plays, maybe that Jackson likes or Michael?
Absolutely. You're trying to find base day one install plays that can go out and you can execute at a high level. It doesn't matter exactly what they're trying to do, whether they're one high, two high, bringing field pressure, internal pressure. Just trying to find easy plays that you can go in and execute. And again, right now, that's where we're at. So we got to be better at doing the little fundamentally things right. We have to be able to be more consistent as an offense, and that's where we are right now. So we got to work extremely hard on figuring out exactly what and who and how we're going to move forward, because as of right now, it's not who I want to be. It's not who they want to be. And so we got to figure out, again, it starts with me. I got to figure out a better way to help them execute.
Is it just that week's game plan you're working on, and you go back something that maybe Tulane or whatever, or other previous weeks?
It's been a crazy kind of. I feel like once we do get in the rhythm a little bit, and you start moving the chains, and you can play with a little bit of tempo, and I think they get in a rhythm. It's almost like you start forgetting about what mistakes you can make, and you just make the routine plays. And we've had success when we get the drive going, the momentum started. Where we've struggled is where it kind of there's the lulls. Again, we just got to be better. I don't have the perfect answer for you right this second, but I know this: it's not where we need to be. It's not where we want to be.
Seth, I'm just curious, that first drive of the game, 4th down at midfield, just what went in that conversation to go for it?
It's, again, situationally, we know where kind of our go for it range is, and that's Coach Venable's decision when he's ready for that situation. And I knew kind of where we are on the field. I knew in that situation that, on third down that we were going to go for it on fourth.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Seth.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.